Joins the show, our savage one, Gillian.
What's up, guys?
Robertson. What's up, G?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I feel like it's been forever since I've talked to you, Dave. I'm like, you missed a week, I missed a week. I'm like, it's been forever.
I know. It is. I said that to to Elle and Maddie too. When I just miss 1 week, it feels like it's forever. It feels like I've missed so much.
Years.
Crazy.
So much happens in the MMA world in like a 48-hour period. Like a whole week off is nuts.
Before, me and Gillian, last time we saw each other and talked to each other, Michael Chandler was fighting Conor McGregor, and now Michael Chandler's fighting Oliveira in like the fight of the year. Like stuff happens fast.
I was just thinking about it with this week. They have Contender Series tonight, tomorrow night Karate Combat, then UFC again this weekend with Noche last weekend. I'm like, it's just like bop, bop, bop.
No,
not this weekend.
Yeah, they're off this weekend. They're in Paris next weekend.
Oh, next weekend. I'm sorry. Yeah,
insane card, by the way. UFC Paris.
Eileen Perez on the Paris card.
Oh, is she nice?
Yeah.
Are you going?
No, I won't be going. Yeah, I'm like, I'm too close. Yeah, I'm 8 weeks out. I think I'm like 7.5 weeks out now at this point. So I'm getting too close now to do anything. I don't leave my house.
Especially going across the ocean. Like that's
quite a trip.
If it was Vegas, it might be different, but I feel like going overseas would be a trek.
No, and I know you've done the flight multiple times, LG. I know you've done that flight a ton, dude. Flying to Vegas and back, it is. Guys, I literally went to bed last night at 7:30 and woke up at 6. Like I was so messed up with the time because the Monday morning I was up early with the kids. It is something. I'm telling you, East Coast to West Coast and back is something.
Try doing that after getting in a fist fight.
That's why when we come back from Vegas, it's literally like, I don't think Grant and I leave our house for like 2 straight days.
Exactly. I'm like,
literally go to bed.
The whole flight home, my neck hurts, my back hurts. It feels like you were just in a car accident. I'm like, any of these flights are, and then the worst thing is the mat burn too.
I was about to ask you about that. I was like, do you get that? Because Grant's knees are always shredded.
No, I've gotten them so bad sometimes. My worst was when I was in Abu Dhabi. So when I fought Poliano Botello then, and the whole fight was on the ground, my knees were absolutely shredded. And then the whole flight home, my pants were just like sticking to it. And I had like an 18-hour flight home and it was terrible.
Oh, that's so gross.
Ugh.
I don't know if that's worse or Irene Aldana's cut on her face.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Why do the doctors always for the videos, why do they do the push thing to the cut and like open it? Why do they do that?
They have to make sure like that nothing's coming out and you can't see her skull.
We got into a conversation about that at the gym, and then we started going into like what are the best cuts that we've seen. And we're like, Irene Aldana, RoboCop had that one across his forehead.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Rafa Garcia, I don't know if you guys remember this one. He was fighting Mahashate, got a cut in the back of his head, and it cut an artery, and he was like bleeding out for 2 rounds straight, and it took 2 hours to stop it after the fight. I'm like, just things. I don't know. You don't think about these things walking in the cage, but they're obviously possibilities.
Of course.
Such a random place to get a cut too.
Yeah, I know. It was literally like right here on the back of his head, and apparently there's an artery back there.
So crazy. I told Elle I kind of had something very pro Grant Dawson and very pro Gillian the Savage Robertson. I almost did it the first hour. It's like, let me wait till G's on the camera. Okay. G loves when I talk good about her. It's like, it's our relationship. After watching Merab win the championship, and I'm so, and we've all, I think, talked about this point for a long time. I'm so 100% on people, fighters like Grant, fighters. Oh, I was talking really nice. Oh, G, there you are.
I was going to say, I think G might be frozen. I don't want her to miss you talking her up.
I know.
Yeah, I was definitely frozen for a second.
Oh, I think she's still frozen in mine. Is she still frozen?
Oh, now Dave's just frozen to me.
No.
Elle, G, let me kick you out and then come back on. All right. Let's see that. I'll save my good thing. I'll save it.
Let me see if Dean ever texted me back.
Dude, Chris Duncan's coming on at 2:30, 2:45.
I think so, but I think he might be running a little late. He hasn't said anything yet, so he says he's going to try and make it by 2:30. I was surprised Merab didn't get his cut reopened. Yeah, he's got some scar tissue as well. We've been trying to get Dave a fight all year. Yes.
Guys, I'm not fighting. I make money.
What if Ben Davis and Oscar, like, what if would you take the winner of that fight? Would you fight them?
Gee,
am I back?
awesome.
Am I good?
You're good. Yes, now. You are very good. Dude, I don't know if I would fight Ben Davis or not.
Gee, like how bad do you want to see Dave take a fight?
I have footage of Dave taking a fight.
Dude, I was not ready, Jillian. Okay.
We might need to post that on the Fight Bananas or something later, you know, just make sure, you know, just
send it to me. I'll post it.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking you. I would bet that video would get 1 million views right now on our page. It is crazy. Like I posted a couple things of John, dude. John was at UFC Note. We went to UFC Noche, like the fan experience, and he had like the fake thing. What is it called? The bag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The machine bag.
Punching machine.
Yeah, punch machine. That video got 50,000 views on Facebook like the first night. It was insane. Like It was crazy. Fight Bananas Facebook page. It's where it's at. So.
I feel like I'm too short for those things. I can never hit them right. I always suck.
Punch it up.
Yeah.
We're too short. No, I 100% agree. That is a real thing. It should have like a height setting.
Exactly.
I'm not even joking. Talking about that, Elle, you're going to love this. The Fight Bananas studio that's being built right past the store is going to have one of those machines in it. Breaking news. Breaking news.
You need to have a kid size one for me and G.
Exactly.
Straw weights and under. And then everybody else can use the regular.
We're gonna keep stats. We're gonna have people travel here. We're gonna have our watch-alongs done in the studio over here. So we're gonna do that and keep people's stats. It's gonna be a fun thing. Anyways, that's happening in 2025. There's some breaking news for you. Back to my little spiel, real quick. All right, so I watched Merab Dvalishvili win the championship Saturday UFC 306. I think I nailed that L, by the way.
I think you actually had that.
I am so jazzed. I believe more than ever that Grant Dawson and Gillian the Savage Robertson can be future world champions. Not even shitting. They are my two favorite people. Talk to them all the time, all that. I am so pro fighters that are 100% like you guys have such an amazing skill set. And when you're on that skill set, like it doesn't matter. Like you guys do stuff that it doesn't, people could train for 8 months. Oh, I got Gillian. I'm fighting Gillian. If you do your thing against Mackenzie Dern, you're going to get her neck. Like you guys are so, there's a better word. El, we talked about this back, off air all the time. I just love that you guys are so dominant at what you guys are doing. Like kind of what Merab and Bilal and other fighters are starting to get to. I feel more than ever, 2025, 2026, 2027, Grant Dawson, Gillian Robertson, future world champions. Just throwing that out there.
Let's go. And I'm not arguing with that.
I'm not. Dude, I love Dean Thomas's post, by the way, about you and Sean.
Yeah. He's been going up there and working with him like the last 2 camps, I think now. So they're definitely building something good up there. And obviously he's in karate combat this week, but we'll be back here for the rest of my camp.
With that being said, would you ever think about, or if Dean goes, hey, they got some, like, I really love this gym up here or the people up here. We got even a couple girls, smaller late weight classes. Would you go up there for a camp in Philly, or you just love the mojo in South Florida? I know you're a Florida girl, kind of.
I don't know. I'm down like a couple of years ago before I started training at Go Shed. That's what me and Dean did, essentially.
Yeah, I remember.
We just traveled around. We went to gyms. I was training in like Colorado, Vegas, Florida, wherever it was. So I'm down for that. Whatever. I feel my most comfortable when Dean's there for my camps. When I can have him work with me, game plan for me, help me, just drill with me through the week, guide me through my camp. So I'm like, if he did go up there for a long time in a camp or whatever, if there was good bodies for me to work with and it was an ideal scenario, I'd 100%.
This is a great one. Just don't become too big for the show with that success hits.
Don't leave us.
Yeah, I'll bring my belt on the show, man.
The belt is on the show. And when it happens, we'll fly you out first class, Fort Lauderdale, Daytona Beach Airport. I'm telling you, we're building a big studio right past this door. Gillian Savage Robertson live in the studio with the belt. The belt and pizza and grain plants will be here live just for you.
I think that sounds like a dream scenario, honestly.
There you go. That sounds amazing. Real quick. Oh no, that was a good one. Oh, what happened to the Cubs?
Yeah.
Dude,
what happened? I did not see this.
No, guys, okay. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada, walking out of T-Mobile Arena on Mexican Independence Day. There was cops everywhere. I've never been to Las Vegas at a busier day or weekend. Downtown at our hotel was just, you walk and it's like, oh, there's Alex Pereira, there's Terrence Crawford, there's Michael Chandler, there's John Jones. Sugar Sean O'Malley's post-fight thing was at our hotel. Everyone was there. It was just a crazy scene. It was Las Vegas on Saturday night. What do you want me to say? It was crazy. There you go. G, how was UFC Noche? I know you've kind of been watching Valentina Shevchenko for a long time. We talked about it like that was the fight you thought you were going to have for a championship years and years ago. Now I know with the straw weight, I think she froze again.
No.
Dude, my two best things for Gillian.
Pop her back in a minute if she resets.
Okay. It's okay.
Anywho.
Yeah, you have to get punched for it to reopen.
We were talking
the
about,
eye,
Murad's but and I guess he didn't take too many significant strikes in that fight. It was really dominant performance. There were definitely some closer rounds. I mean, the third round, Sean did significantly better. There were some times I feel like he landed. There we go.
I don't know what's up with my Wi-Fi today, man.
No worries. I've been telling myself I'm going to get like an Ethernet cord for the longest time, and I still haven't done that. So,
Fight Bananas paying for Ethernet cords coming. We're mailing them to your guys' house. That's just tell us what Amazon link to get. We'll get that for you. I don't know where I was at with. Valentina Shevchenko winning the flyweight championship. You know, forever we thought that was the fight you were going to fight for the championship with Valentina. You're now a strawweight. What did you think of Valentina's performance and just kind of what's next for her going forward?
I honestly just wasn't impressed by that fight as overall. Okay. I feel like Valentina played a very safe fight. She at no point was trying to finish the fight. She was kind of just like laying and praying, holding. She was throwing some little like pitty-patty, like little punches. She was never really throwing damaging shots on the ground. She was never looking for submissions, just kind of holding position a lot on top. If anything, Alexa was the one working more. She was looking for submissions more and things like that. But even at that, Alexa, like Dean said it in the broadcast, he's like, I feel like she's trying to play a jiu-jitsu game without the world-class jiu-jitsu necessarily to back it up. And it's like, there's got to be a certain point in her game where she's like, okay, I shouldn't be playing jiu-jitsu anymore. I should work stand-ups. I should work trying to get back to my feet. And it's also, the takedowns were so easy for Valentina. It almost impressed me where I was just like, it shocked me of how minimal Alexa's takedown defense was there.
And something that was frustrating to me is I feel like as soon as Alexa made the decision, oh, I'm going to try to get up now instead of trying to triangle or armbar you off my back, she usually did, or at least created a scramble that allowed her to escape. So it's like, I agree with what you're saying. And I feel like from my perspective, even if you have world-class jiu-jitsu, the percentage of getting a submission off your back is still incredibly low in this sport. Would you agree to that effect?
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of MMA fighters also aren't they don't put enough focus on attention in jiu-jitsu. I feel like it is something that because honestly oh my gosh, I keep on cutting out.
No, we can. I was like, we could hear her, but she's still frozen.
Our Wi-Fi sucks.
We can hear you. We just can't see you.
What is going on? Screen. It's never this bad.
Oh,
there you are. You're good. Nope.
Did we get it?
You're good, G. You're good. Oh,
no. I wanted to hear her answer so bad.
It was a good question. Good answer.
All right. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're in the land of technical difficulties today.
I'm gonna text her and say, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, she's back.
There she is. Oh, that's dry. It's all right, G. It's
all good. Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
We're here.
I have no idea what's going on today.
You are just fine. No worries.
You were saying about
On. You were saying.
What was I saying?
Emphasis on jujitsu.
Oh, okay. So, like for me, I do feel confident being on my back because I know I can do damage from there. I know it's not necessarily only jujitsu either. It's also being able to throw strikes effectively from being on your back. Whereas like I feel like a lot of people don't focus on or know how to do it necessarily. Like I said, so many nothing makes me more irritated than little pity patty strikes. I'm like, you're just wasting your time. You're not doing damage, like from bottom and top. But I'm like, I feel like jujitsu for the longest time in MMA has become like uncool. So it's like Dean always used to say, he's like, guys will be like, oh, arm bars don't work. And then I ask them to do an arm bar and they don't know how to do it. You know? So I feel like there's a lot of that in MMA too right now.
Yeah, totally concur. Like, do you think Valentina becomes, she just had such a champion, like a dominant reign for a long time, multiple years. And then the whole Grasso thing happened. Do you think she continues it? Or do you think she is getting up there? She is an older champion. Do you think, even Fiorot is next? Do you think, she's looked very impressive? Do you think she's kind of maybe a one and done as a champion?
I don't necessarily think so. I feel like she's, like it showed this weekend, she's smart to play to her strengths, She knew how to make this fight an easy fight for her, and she did. She just, like, those takedowns came easy every single time, and she just was able to control on top the whole time, so she just made it an easy, safe fight. So I think maybe with age even, it comes a smarter, like, she's playing safer, playing smarter,
Yeah, for sure. All right. Before hopefully your internet stays on. Last time you and I were on together, you did a female MMA Mount Rushmore. The video and the content, the artwork was very, very good for Fight Bananas. The post was awesome. People were interacting. People were not happy about your Ronda Rousey thing, but hey, it is what it is.
I would say everybody hated it. I was like,
sometimes that's the best. I mean, I'll say that all the time. Sometimes that's the best content. It's like, is Sugar Sean O'Malley that good anyways? Like just whatever, just some stuff. So I got another MMA Mount Rushmore for you. We just saw UFC Noche. It was all about Mexican fighters, Mexican MMA fighters, their legacy. What is your Mexican MMA Mount Rushmore? 4 fighters, Mexican descent. Who would be on your Mexico's MMA Mount Rushmore?
You know who my first one would be, right, Dave?
He plays with Legos?
No. Let you go first. Come on, Dave. You should know.
My fault. Yes, I do. The heavyweight motor. Yes.
Gosh, I hate when you put me on the spot like this. I would say the first one that came to mind is, I guess he's technically American Mexican heritage, Cain Velasquez.
Yes,
that's my guy. That's my number one.
Yeah, that's L's number one. Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, obviously, I'm like, I think you said a motor there. He's just a power horse. Like, dude, he comes forward, an absolute monster.
Real quick on Cain, you know who he reminds me of a little bit? To me, he is Marab as a heavyweight with striking. Like,
yeah, with power.
Am I wrong on that?
No, I can see that.
Yeah. He was unbeatable during his prime. Unbeatable. All right, Cain Velasquez.
Was he the first Mexican UFC champ?
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason I believe he was.
Because they said Brandon Moreno was the first Mexican champ ever.
So maybe Mexican born.
Is half American, half Mexican.
Yeah. So then, obviously, you just said the next one, Moreno.
I agree. I think people forget about his run and how good he was, and like his wins even get into the championship, dude. He is, and if we did a flyweight Mount Rushmore, Moreno would be on mine. He had an incredible run at flyweight.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love Moreno. His fighting style. He's able to finish the fight from every position. Yeah. And then I guess let's go with the females. With Alexa, you have to put her up there.
Okay.
First female Mexican champ.
Awesome. Gotcha. And let me throw a name out there maybe to help because I heard him a lot this week. And I didn't think of that, but I guess kind of he's very Cain Velasquez to me. Half Mexican with that descent. Another one, maybe a friend of yours who I think you trained together a couple times. How about Nate Diaz?
Nate Diaz, I didn't know he was of Mexican descent either. Yeah, I think you like it after you bring that up. I think you have to like Nate's an OG, you know,
because like Yair, Nate.
That's the only other one I was thinking of was Yair.
You've got Brandon, Yair,
Diego Sanchez.
Yeah,
you know,
that's like he's like a journeyman. You know, like he was in the UFC for so long.
Yeah. I think it's a great one. Cain Velasquez, Nate Diaz, Brandon Morano, and Alexa Grasso. That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good artwork right there.
There we go. Now everybody can attack me on that one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was funny. All right. There we go. All right. That was nuts. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, I did have this one for you, G. Did you, after watching it live and seeing the atmosphere and seeing what they did with the sphere, do you kind of back on it now? You're like, damn, I do wish I could have been on this card to kind of be a part of it and to kind of be a part of the sphere card, or you're like, really doesn't interest you at all?
No, I love fighting at the Apex.
I think it's so funny to hear that because Grant genuinely loves the Apex, and you're like the polar opposite.
No, I think it would have been awesome to fight at the sphere. I thought it was so cool. Like you can obviously see like the huge pictures of themselves. I'm like, that's what I would be looking at. I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. But like, I think it would be it'd just be such a dope atmosphere. I love things like I just love all the energy, and it was an absolutely just amazing performance by the UFC.
I agree. Yeah. Matt, like they would have done red, everything, it would have been cool.
It reminded me of like if Disney World had put on a UFC event. Like that's what it equated to me.
No, it was amazing. That all the visuals on the screen, everything like that. Like I said, the fighters on the wall was the biggest thing for me because I know that that's what I would be looking at. I always in an arena they usually have like a strip around the arena that has your eyes on it whenever you're walking out, and I'm like, that's always the coolest thing to me whenever I'm walking out.
That's awesome.
So to have like just a Titan version of yourself. Oh,
exactly. I'm like, it'd be sick.
I'd be so distracted.
And the thing that I kind of took from it was the people that were there. I just felt like it felt like a massive event. Like when all those fighters are there, like, dude, when there's a pay-per-view, some fighters come and show, or some, Gordon Ramsay or whatever, musicians, whatever, some come, but this event, it seems like it was ton. It was like so many of them. It was cool. All right, G, we appreciate your time like always. 7.5 weeks out, UFC Vegas 100 at the Apex. Gillian the Savage Robertson will get another submission victory and continue this journey to the championship. We can't wait. We'll talk to her all throughout this camp. G, appreciate you. Talk soon.
I'll see you guys next week.
There we go. Gillian the Savage Robertson. What a stud. What a stud.
I love this. Do the next sphere card July 4th or something and celebrate American independence, something like that. I would support that.
Yeah.
But at one point, the ring girls have to